Here's Davis to return it. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the fifth-year pro who can really fill up a stat sheet, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm could throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Herbert now, blitz coming. Looking, they're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Well, this is exactly what the defense wants to do to these quarterbacks. You want to speed them up, and the best way to do it is to hit them and bring them to the ground. Conversely, they've got to figure out offensively how to protect. If you can't protect, you can't execute, you can't do anything offensively.
So on 4th down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. Starts his return from the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by the reigning MVP, the 2nd of his career, the best runner in the game. It's Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard is Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP caliber player, the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
They've got a man in motion. First snap, and Lamar's going to throw. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. Trying to find some positive yardage. He's across the 45. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, Jackson. Henry on the catch. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Man in motion, headed right. Another try following the sack. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
An individual player taking over a drive isn't limited to just skilled players on the offense. If a defender gets in a groove like this, he can wreck a drive single-handedly with his pass rush. That is back-to-back sacks for him now. And it sure seems like whatever move he's throwing out there, it's working.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And they'll bring him down after an all-right gain. It's a pickup of 5, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Ravens have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to...
This play going under review by the officials. Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
And his instincts right on for that one. Took a second look at it and ends up changing the call. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to SoFi right after this. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Henry. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Staring at fourth down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. A very short kick here from the right hash. Tucker's kick is up and good. And they're on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And look at this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Now Herbert to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. DJ Chuck there for the catch. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it brings up an LA first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing on first is Herbert. And a man is there to knock that away. First time this game they've looked to him. So it'll be 2nd down.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Whew, I think the coverage got away with one right there, Kate. There was actually space, and if that throw came out 1 second earlier, that could have been 6.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Herbert to throw once more. He beams one deep right side. He's got it. Looks like the feet are in bounds too. Oh, I don't believe it. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. Return's looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Lamar out of the pistol. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. He was looking for Mark Andrews. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He finds Johnson. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Jackson on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Still has some space inside the 35. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion left. From the red zone now. Andrews with the catch. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Ravens looking at 2nd and 3. Lamar throwing again. Has it in close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. 2nd and 1. Hurst there to grab it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Finds McConkey. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. It's Herbert once more. Finds a seam down the middle. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers get some late points and the lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Hill now to return it. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Gets this one to Andrews. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Lamar off to play fake. That throw behind his intended target.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught for the first. And he's out of bounds past midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Jackson's gonna throw again. That's taken in by Henry. And he's brought down for a loss. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Throwing it just before halftime. He's got Andrews. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. We're at halftime here on Monday night. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. The Chargers were led in the first half by their star quarterback, Justin Herbert. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Hill now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Play action. Here's Jackson. Finding Flowers. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
First down, here's Lamar. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Lamar now from the gun. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up third down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Jackson yet again. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And again, it's Jackson. This one's to Andrews outright. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
2nd and 3 now. From the 28. On the slant, complete to Johnson. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Rolling up. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Man in motion out of the slot. Jackson now on 3rd. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore! So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Herbert from the gun. Sharp there to haul it in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down, ball at the 36. Throwing now, Herbert. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Handoff goes to Dobbins, running left. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I could promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Play action now for Herbert. Catch made by Chubb. And he's taken down at the 30. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 now from the 30. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. Still has room inside the 15. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
It's really hard, Kate, to get 100-yard games, right? Defenses in this league pride themselves on keeping rushers short of 100. But if you're going to hit that century mark, it's going to take runs just like that one.
From the red zone now. He's got it. It's an LA touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Hill now to return it. Return's looking good so far. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Aguilar with the grab. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. We get to Henry on the inside handoff. And they make the stop for the 46. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll send him over right. This is Henry on second. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Lamar back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Lamar. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, Jackson gets this one to Andrews. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. 3rd down coming. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and that brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Running for it. Here's Henry. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They only manage a yard, but that was enough as this drive rolls on.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Here's Lamar. He'll get this to Henry. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
No one open, so he chucks this to another county. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. He finds Aguilar. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Ravens losing by 4. 3rd and just 2 to go. He's back to throw. Catch is made in close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Ravens jump in front late. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens push their lead to 3. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Completed over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout called by the Chargers, their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Here he is to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Throwing now. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Now to throw. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Trying down the middle with Henry. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running once more with Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on third. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Justin Tucker out for the field goal. A lot of pressure hovering over this kick. This a 54-yarder. Got all of it, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Ravens are your winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.